In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here, some people still call it the World Wide Web. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the Mighty One, Angel Snuffed 7. And I am also your soul brother, number one. Well, back again, and I don't know, I wanted to wait till later, but I just want to talk about this. I saw a video earlier by Brother Ben X, and I want to speak about Brother Ben X. I'll wait on that maybe sometime this weekend. I want to talk a little bit about Brother Ben X. But I saw a video where, of course, being a follower of Louis Farrakhan, he and his platform continue to try to justify the domestic life of Elijah Muhammad. Of course, Elijah Muhammad, in their eyes, does nothing wrong. I want to talk about that. But I want to say this first. Sometimes I wonder, because of my position on bringing us reality and what I call real truth, I wonder sometimes, and I try to be as nice as I can, I try to be as civil as I can, but I mean, am I too mean? I just want to ask my audience, those who listen, am I too mean? Because I'm going to tell you, sometimes I speak to some of these brothers and sisters, and I have to tell them, and I have to keep it real. They try their best to defend or justify or make sense of their belief or their stance, and I see the hurt. I see the hurt in their eyes. I see the frustration as they try to, I can almost see in their mind. They're trying to find a defense. They're trying to find some type of excuse. They're trying to find some type of justification for their beliefs. And in many cases, it seems as though they almost want to cry. For those who don't have violent tendency, it's a hurtful position to be in. Now, those who are violent, of course, they will tell you how much they will cause me some kind of harm. I'll beat the hell out of you. You a nigger, you a coon. That's how they relieve themselves. And it's a distraction tactic from them not being able to defend and justify and make sense of their belief system or political position. I can see the hurt and the pain, but that is what truth is all about. You cannot expect truth to always be nice. You can't always expect the truth, the real truth, to be pleasurable. Truth hurts. It hurts for me. Do you believe that I take some type of joy in bringing us reality, and I know it's going to hurt our feelings? Do you believe that when real truth came to me, do you think that was a good feeling? Do you think that for years and years and years I was raised in the... Do you believe that it's good for me? And I felt good when I began to learn that all this that I was taught since a child is not real. Do you think that it was good for me? Do you think that I had a good time? Do you think that I did not get upset? Because I was a believer in this God. I was a believer in the judgment. All these things that we have been taught. I was a believer just like you. You think I didn't cry when I was incarcerated? And I prayed to God. And when I was locked up, I even cried out to the devil. I said, Satan, Lucifer, devil, whatever you want to call yourself, look, get me out of this place. And I will faithfully serve you, sir. I will sell my soul to the devil. And I waited and waited, and no devil, unless they was white folks, showed up. How you think that made me feel? And I began to realize everything I was taught was in error. Everything I was taught was a lie. How you think I felt? I feel just like you. But unlike many of you, I was able to accept the reality. I didn't have no choice. No God, no devil, nothing was going to help my situation. So I had to turn. And if there was a God, I had to turn and depend upon the God in myself. And that's what I have been doing. And I feel great. I feel fine. I keep more money in my pocket. I don't have to give my money to these suckers talk about they are divine and all this. I don't have to give my money to some church, some preacher. I'm fine. I have more money in my pocket. I'm doing very well. And there is no God, there is no devil in my life. How you doing, that chat room? Syrian and Mr. Is it Mr. Clean? Mr. Clean. Yeah, we getting ready to clean some stuff up here. So, oh, let me shout out to my Facebook. Of course, I don't know how to simulcast from my phone to Facebook, but I always want my Facebook family to remember or let them know that I have not forgotten them. So I just want to know, am I too mean? I know I see the hurt on your face, the frustration. Oh, man. But somebody got to say it. Somebody, because the only way we can really, truly become free people, physically and mentally, you got to accept reality. You don't accept reality, you will never be free. As long as you hold on to these fantasy, fairy tale, fiction stuff, you will never truly be free. You will be a slave to somebody, someone, or something. Whether it's real or imaginary, you will be a slave. And I do not represent slavery in no shape, fashion, or form. I refuse to serve some God or some alien or whatever, period. No. I will give you your honor. I will treat you with respect, but I will refuse to be your slave. I would rather be dead. Send me to nothingness. That's fine with me. So today, I talked to a beautiful sister. She's my Muslim sister. A very beautiful person in spirit. Very nice lady. But she put up a post, and me being me, I just could not resist. I had to ask a question. Her post basically was talking about the power of God. And so my question to her was, well, if God is so powerful, then why did 40 Muslims be murdered this week while they were worshiping the Almighty, Allah? Also in Africa, many of you may know, there was a cyclone. And this cyclone has caused a lot of damage and taken a lot of lives in parts of Africa, this cyclone. And the atrocities can go on and on. Where is the power of God? So she gave me this, wonderful response. Very respectful, very nice, beautiful response. But I had to ask her in reply. Well, she said in the response, she said that God, is in control. God does what he pleases and what he seems, what he seems fit. Allah knows what he's doing when he allows these things. So my question to her, of which I have not gotten a response or a reply, I asked her, beautiful sister, soul sister, now either your God, and I asked this sister, I said, beloved, if you have the power, would you allow any of your loved ones to be murdered? If you have the power. Now, if you are powerless, there's nothing that you can do. But if you have the power, would you stop anybody that you love from being murdered? Of course, the question would be yes. So why wouldn't God, especially those who believe in Allah, why would you sit back and let people, and you say that you have the power, you would allow your people to get murdered? It makes no sense. Either you're not the God that you claim, you're incompetent, you're powerless. You don't have the power to do nothing. I have not gotten a reply from that sister. And I know these types of questions hurt people because it put their belief on trial. It put their belief on the table. It puts their belief on blast. And to tell the truth, they know in their hearts something is wrong. Something is wrong, but they choose to believe anyway. And you can do that. But this is a different day and a different time. All this fantasy and fairy tale stuff, it's got to go. The human being, regardless of race, your condition will not get better till we get rid of these types of things. We got to get rid of them so that we can rise up to our full potential instead of waiting for some imaginary being to do something for us, to make us something that we're not. You have never talked, you have never spoken or met personally this God. Now, we want to talk about, of course, having technical difficulties, but we want to raise some questions here. And I must be honest and begin this talk by saying how I love this man called the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They say, well, if you love Elijah Muhammad so much, how can you be talking like this against the man? Okay, if you love Elijah Muhammad so much, how can you make videos the way that you do. Like I say, I love truth more than any man. Reality more than any man. I love righteousness. I love what is right more than any himself teaches. This is what Elijah Muhammad teaches. You stand on truth no matter what, even if it costs you your life. That's what Elijah Muhammad taught me. You stand on truth no matter what it costs. So if Elijah Muhammad is in the wrong, then I have to stand on what is right, regardless. In this case, Elijah Muhammad is wrong. Point blank. I don't care who you are. I'm not a personality follower. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not one that follows celebrity. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. I'm not going to try to justify you're wrong because I like you. I don't care how much I love you. If you're wrong, I'm not going to stand with you. I'm not going to do it. None of you should want to be like that. But there are thousands and thousands of people. They get caught up following these personalities and these people. And these people cannot do no wrong. And you follow them and you make excuses for their bad behavior. And you wonder why you can't get nowhere because you're following wrong. What's that Michael Jackson said in that song, Bad? You're doing wrong. You're doing wrong, boy. You're doing wrong. Who's bad? You're doing wrong. I can't do it. You can get angry all that you want to. I cannot do that. I cannot side. I'm not going to make excuses for people when they're wrong. Now look, we can be in error and we can make a mistake. In this in this case, the people are claiming they are justified, that they are right. There is no error. So we're going to show you that there is error and that you are wrong and that you are a deceiver and a liar and nobody should have nothing to do with you. Now check it out. Now, we're talking about the domestic life of Elijah Muhammad. There was only one wife that Elijah Muhammad had, and that was Sister Claire Muhammad. I was watching the video provided by Brother Ben, and they was doing all this research. There was no marriage certificates for these other 7 women. There was no marriage certificates. So how was they wives? There was no marriage certificates. First, that's the first problem that you have. Another problem that you have is Elijah Muhammad never, and they found no information to show that Elijah Muhammad claimed these women as wives. There's no tape recording. There's no article in the Muhammad Speaks. There's nowhere where you can find where Elijah Muhammad himself called these women wives. Nowhere. Nowhere at all. I'm going to be pausing here a little bit because I'm trying to remember the points that I want to make on this issue. Now, of course, they want to get on Malcolm's case because Malcolm claimed that these were teenage girls or underage girls or something to that effect. And y'all know I love Brother Malcolm, and I'm not going to try to justify nothing Malcolm done. I never heard that these women was underage. I always, from my information, I always heard that they was over 18 years old. That's what I always heard. But see, in Malcolm X's case, remember, Malcolm was being attacked by the Nation of Islam. So, trying to defend himself, trying to make a case for himself, and I'm not trying to justify Malcolm's actions, but maybe Malcolm didn't, for real, maybe Malcolm didn't even really know. So he wanted to make Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam look as bad as possible by saying that these were underage girls. I don't know. But from my information, from what I see, they were over 18 years old. From 18 to in their 20s. Needless to say, let me make this point. Elijah Muhammad was old enough to be these women's great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather. Now you tell me, and Brother Ben and all these followers that's listening to Louis Farrakhan, now let's keep it real. Let's keep this on the real tizzy. This man is 25, 30 some years older than these women. Now you tell me, how would you feel if your baby sister, who is 18 years old, and she bring home a 60-something-year-old man, talk about, this gonna be my husband? How would you feel? Come on. What is that Brother Eric always said? And see, this includes Brother Eric Muhammad too, because he wants to justify the domestic life of Elijah Muhammad. Now you tell me, how many of you would feel good about your 18, 20-some-year-old sister bringing home a 65-year-old man? Tell me. You know damn well you wouldn't like it. Get out of here. Okay, Brother Ben X is in his 20s. Matter of fact, I believe Brother Ben is 23 years old. Now you know good and well, Brother Ben is not going to go out looking for a 65-year-old sister to get with. You know this. But for some reason, it's all right for Elijah Muhammad, who is a married man, to seek out these young babies. These are babies compared to Elijah Muhammad. These are babies compared to me. Now look, I always like women my age or 10 years younger than me. And they told me, these women were 10 years, I was 10 years older than them, and people would tell me, man, you robbing the cradle. This is what they told me. And these women are 10 years younger than me. So you're gonna tell me, if I'm robbing the cradle and the women are 10 years younger than me, here's an old man, 30 years or more older than these women, and y'all say that's all right. But see, the reason why it's all right is because God said so. And see, that's the problem. The only thing you have to do is say God said, which you don't have no proof that God said a damn thing, but the only thing you gotta do is say God said, and y'all, it's justified. So if Elijah Muhammad, because God said that it's all right to exploit the women in your congregation, because that's what he done, because God said so, then why are you mad at white people? Because God said, the white folks said, that God said that black folks is a curse. And because of that curse, we are supposed to be enslaved. We're supposed to be enslaved by these folks because of this curse. So God said it. The United States and many other religious folks, they justify their dirt by going to the Bible and Quran, and they say Allah said, Jesus said, well, they don't really necessarily say Jesus, but they go to the Bible and say, well, here in the Bible, from how I interpret it, I'm justified in enslaving you. So this old man, who is old enough to be these women's great-great-great-grandfather, he's justified in exploiting them. Talking about they are wives. This behavior is no different than what you see in the Christian church, but then you're going to turn around and talk about Reverend Mudflap. You're going to talk about Reverend Mudflap exploiting his congregation. Elijah Muhammad doing the same thing. And he's doing it in secret. He's not even telling you. He's doing it behind closed doors. So Elijah Muhammad is a deceiver. Now, let us remember this. These wives, remember, these wives was charged with fornication, and they were ostracized from the nation of Islam. You cannot be charged with fornication if you are laying up with your husband. Let me repeat that to these people who are followers of Farrakhan, or just Muslims in general who believe this stuff. A woman cannot fornicate with her husband. So how can she be charged with fornication and thrown out of the temple? Y'all not thinking worth a damn. You're not thinking, period. There was only one wife Elijah Muhammad had, and that was Sister Claire Muhammad. Now, if God is saying, Elijah Muhammad said that God told him to do this, spread his seed, because out of his seed supposed to come some kind of special and divine children. Well, these children have been on the earth for a little while now. What have they done special? What have they done divine? And they have also have children. What are these children? What is all his seed is doing right now? They're doing nothing. They've done nothing special. They've done nothing divine. Matter of fact, if it was not for Louis Farrakhan, you would know nothing about these wives or these children. They've done nothing divine, nothing special. It's all a bunch of bull crap. Religion justifies anything we do. You want to murder? Go to the Bible. You want to rape? Go to the Bible. Go to the Quran. Peace-loving ass, the most violent people on the planet, these believers in God. You do all this in the name of God. Elijah Muhammad had no 7 wives. These were not wives at all. Matter of fact, I believe that he made reference, when he was speaking to Malcolm, made reference to Abraham. I think he made reference to Abraham and Hagar, those that prophet. Religion justifies all this kind of stuff. Because y'all know damn well, if this was your sister or your mother and they was in their 20s and a 60-year-old man, that's not acceptable. You know that. You know you wouldn't accept it. And there's another thing. Besides sex, what can these women do for Elijah Muhammad? It was all exploitation. And what makes it so sickening is this man was sick. He was in bad health, but he found the strength to commit adultery and these young women fornication and do this thing here in the name of God. You know good and well this would not be, you would not accept this type of behavior in the regular world. But because he's Elijah Muhammad, he's the messenger, he's divine, he's special, he's allowed to get away with anything. And y'all do this with the people that you like. Like Umar Johnson, like Polite, like a lot of these suckers that's doing all these different types of things. You let them get away because you like them. They divine, they special, or whatever.
Speed warning.
Man, we are in bad shape. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Nothing but the usual exploitation of women. Women, y'all sisters, you're just surrounded by predators. You got a man. These women fell in love with this man. And he took advantage of their love for him. That's what happened here. These women was not no wives. Oh man, before I go, let me end out on this point. The situation is so sickening. Look, the situation is so sickening that the women had to go to court to get child support for their babies. Elijah Muhammad wouldn't even taking care of these babies that he know he made. Then he gonna turn around and tell the brothers that you gotta be a man and take care of your family and your children. You got to be a man, and here you are making babies by 7 women, and these women gotta go to court to get child support from the messenger of God. Oh, don't bring that stuff here. Don't bring that of God to court for child support. Yeah, that's right. That's greasy. Yeah, that's greasy. Y'all sit around here and actually going to justify and hold on to the man was in the wrong. I'm not going to stand with it. So what do that make you guys? That's right. It's nothing but pimping. That's right. Nothing but pimping. That's all it is. Religious, the usual religious pimping. That is not what this ministry represents. I'm not going to exploit my sisters or children or the brothers. We're not going to exploit each other like that. Well, first of all, I can't do it because I don't have no Bible or Quran to blame. I'm doing this in the name of Allah. You know? I don't know who I could point the finger at. My evil doing, my dirt. Well, you see, God made me do it. And oh man, and then y'all talk about the devil made me do it. Look at what God make these people do. And you talk about what the devil say. The devil made me do it. Look what God make people do. Here these women taking advantage by an older man, knocked up, got babies. They should have been in college somewhere, trying to live their life, and they run around with the babies of a 50, 60-some-year-old man. Really? And that's acceptable. In real life, y'all know damn well that would not be acceptable. In your family, that would not be acceptable. You know, you would have a problem with that. But it's Elijah Muhammad. He divine. He's the messenger. God say so. Well, keep doing that. With your self-righteous ass, because you're not righteous. With y'all fake ass. Dumbasses. Fall for any crap. Hook, line, and sinker. With your supreme wisdom. With your understanding. And you don't understand that this was wrong. This was deception. People was telling lies. This was kept a secret undercover. It was not right. Those young ladies were taken advantage of, point blank. So don't bring that here. Don't bring that here. You can't justify that. Keep listening to Farrakhan. Keep making you look stupid, because nobody in their right mind is going to go for it. You don't have to like Elijah Muhammad, and you could even love him, but anybody in their right state of mind can see that this was wrong. He's gone, and we should not be thinking, I try not to, I would like the dead to rest in peace. But people are using this, and they think that it's right. No, it's not. It's wrong. You know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Farrakhan know it's wrong. But I heard through the grapevine, he's done the same thing, telling people, I've been married all these years, like he never cheated on his wife. There are those who say they can prove that Farrakhan cheated on his wife and he has children outside of his marriage. And they also said Farrakhan got wives too. And you know Farrakhan can have wives because he says that he is sitting in the seat of Elijah Muhammad. So whatever privileges, or whatever that Elijah Muhammad had, then since he sits in the seat of Elijah Muhammad, then he can have 7 or 10 or 1,000 wives too. Why don't y'all greedy niggas just take all the damn sisters, every last one of them, and be done? Just be done with it. Get all the sisters and be done. Bastards. Ain't nothing but a bunch of exploiters. This black conscious, pro-black, all this blackity black, all this garbage black stuff that y'all see is not good for you. Get out of it. Get out of it. Not only should you leave Babylon, you need to leave these niggas too and their crazy ass black conscious pro-black mess. All of it is up to no good. That's right, Funk. Leave it and don't look back. It's no good for you. With that said, I just wanted to get that dirt off my shoulder. I want to make those points. And any of these suckers want to try to debate me on this, bring it. You're going to lose before you even get started. You can't deal with the points that I made up. Oh, before I forget, as far as the ages, now look, as far as the ages of these young women. Now look here. And we're going to go out on this point, this last point. I almost forgot. Now, I was watching that video by Brother Ben X, and they was doing their little research on the ages of these women.
Keep to the right on I-64 East,
and
40 East US 61 South.
It looks like they were, they were over 18 years old, okay? The problem is, now, they were over 18 years old when they had a baby. Check it out. They were over 18 years old when they had a baby. Who knows how old they were when they were being groomed for this? I'm gonna say that again. How old were they when they were being groomed for this? We don't know the first time we don't know the age they were when they lost their virginity. Hold on a second, y'all.
1 mile.
We don't know how old they were when they lost their virginity. We don't know how old they were when they were groomed for this. Because you know how it is when you're messing with a lot of these young folks. You get groomed, you get conditioned. So when they make their moves on you, you will accept it. Because even as a child, you know this old man shouldn't be trying to get between your legs. You know this. So these women was groomed for this. And chances are they were underage, whether you like it or not. That's the reality of it. Like they say in the Nation of Islam, take it or let it alone. When you come to this ministry, you're not dealing with some dumbass folks, and we're not going for the old okie doke. Not doing it. You want to be a slave and a blind follower? Then you need to take your happy ass somewhere else. Gotta break up all this crazy stuff. Leave all this black conscious mess alone. Pro-black. These people don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about us. They don't. It's just a way. It's just a way to get booty and money. Booty and money. That's what it's about. And you can argue all that you want to. The proof is in the pudding. A whole lot of booty got gave up. And they made a whole lot of money. Elijah Muhammad told Malcolm X, you made me a very wealthy man. He did not tell Malcolm, you made the Nation of Islam very wealthy. He told Malcolm, you made me a very wealthy man. Booty and money. That's what it's about. That's right, Funk. A sad state of affairs. These people don't give a damn about us. They corrupt. They corrupt to the core. Keep following them to the hell you want me to go to. Yeah, keep following them to the hell y'all wish on me. And see, this is what you don't know about me. I might do pretty good in hell. That don't scare me. At least hell is warm. At least I don't have to worry. Hey, at least I can get a tan. Okay, with that said, y'all, I love us, and I try to keep it real here. That's the way we gonna do. And like I said before, I have the courage to be disliked. I don't care whether you like me or not. Bring it. Bring your argument. We can debate. Easy. There's nothing to debate. You can't even get started on this. Because everything I said makes sense, it's logic, and your whole problem gonna be is that Elijah Muhammad was wrong. That's just, right is right, wrong is wrong. Elijah Muhammad told me to stand with right no matter what, and I'm gonna stand with right. With that said, I got to go right now, and I'll catch y'all on the flip. As Don Cornelius always say, as important, I wish us love, peace, and soul. Gonna let y'all ride with me a few seconds here, then we gonna be gone. Hey, Funk. Man, it's been a long day today.